Good afternoon. Welcome to day 3 of, I suppose, my 21-day series of providing some tips to help community clubs. And my business is TD Community Solutions. We're in 500 clubs. We're across 12 sports. I want to thank all those people that have watched our content in the recent last couple of days, which has been outstanding. As I said yesterday, the power of phenomenal social media. We've been blown away with the interest of people in learning and helping about their clubs, and whether it's clubs, leagues, state bodies, associations. And we all know the pressure that are on volunteers, and also, we have the burden on them is enormous. We often have people, trying to balance that family life, club life, and work life in their 9-to-5 job, and we've got a solution. And this business started just over sort of 4.5 years ago. We went to the market 3 years ago, and we have a lot of knowledge of how we can help every community club in Australia. So we're going to go through some topics today. We're going to talk about how we can help you. We're also going to talk about what actually is TDS. We're also going to talk about some key questions. Is your club, in terms of your financial position, your revenue position, have you tried X, Y, Z? We're also going to go through the fact that running a club is a formula to running a successful club. So there's lots of content on our website. So it's tdcommunitysolutions.com.au. Lots of free content on our Facebook page, which is TD Solutions Sports Administration. So hopefully you get to have a look at a lot of content outside of these videos. But firstly, we want to start on this section, and before we hook into day 4 and day 5, and also day 21 of the content that we'll provide. But we really want to give you a framework of what we're going to cover. So basically, TDS does this. We help you provide or give confidence to your volunteers who are learning on the job. And a lot of these people, they're trying to balance that family, club, and work life. And we're also going to help you with a new committee structure, whether you're a small club, a medium club, or a large club. So we're going to provide you that structure. And the traditional structure is no longer working at all. You'll see, and that's one of the chapters in my book that I'll be releasing in 3 weeks' time, which we're really excited about. I'm going to teach you about the volunteer program, the over 55s, and how you can get people to work for your club free. And basically people between 55 and 67, pre-pension age, that can be paid an allowance of $14,000 and a little bit more per annum to work to help your club. And 98% of my clubs do not know about that. Well, they're going to go through, we're going to help you as part of TDS is our financial modelling. Look, I'm a bean counter by trade, CFO of AFL clubs of businesses turning over $50-60 million. So that's probably a strength of mine and as a CPA and accountant. But we've created some financial modelling, 3 one-pages that I used to prepare at the highest level, which I was at Hawthorn for 8 years, Collingwood for 6, and St Kilda for 3. 3 one-pages, and that's what you present to your board in terms of your financial reporting processes. And it's really simple. It allows you to have the right processes in place to ensure you don't get into trouble. And if you are going to get into trouble, that you're getting into trouble. And often my clubs don't know they're getting into trouble until it's too late. Probably the key component of our business model is the revenue model. And typically, as I mentioned briefly yesterday, all of my clubs are adopting a traditional model that is 30 to 40 years old. Has not changed. We've created 30 initiatives that are successful in different sports around the country. And typically when I meet with clubs, we pick 4 or 5 of those 30 initiatives that suits their environment or their landscape. And basically that can raise 70 to 100 grand easily, and it's repeatable income. And basically that's the key to businesses. What I'm finding at sporting clubs, they often know what their expenses are going to be. It's their revenue that they fall short on. So I want to give you a new revenue model, the often missed opportunities at community club. During TDS, we'll help you with succession planning. We'll help you with employ our Reed's 5-step process, which Reed's is a model that we've developed that is an end-to-end solution, a one-stop shop for clubs where we evaluate you through via health checks. So even go to our website and complete the free health check. It takes about 5 to 10 minutes. So just do that, and then you'll get an idea of where you sit and the good and the bad, and then we'll actually go through and provide you, post you do the health check, will give you a report of where your gaps are, which is our assessment. We then educate you. We've got a lot of education online that we steer you to the gaps in your skill set. And everyone can't be an expert at every part of running a community club. And we train in 10 key areas: governance, finance, committee structures, membership, capital grants, fundraising, fund saving, sponsorship, all, and there's a couple of others as well, volunteers, etc. So that's part of how we can help you. TDS is this. There is a formula to running a successful club, whether I'm involved at an AFL level or even the grassroots level. At any level of sport, the fundamentals are exactly the same. And so we're going to combine our education, and we also run workshops, which is clubs, face-to-face workshops specifically for your circumstances. So basically TDS is a scalable 5-step solution. It's an end-to-end solution. We're using technology to bring education to the market. We have 160 videos, 100 downloadable templates. As I said, we have the workshops. But out of the workshops, we provide a 2-page strategic plan which covers your targets and objectives for the first 12 months. We also targets and objectives for 3 to 5 years. And we give you a roadmap. And that's when I mentioned clubs don't know where to start. So we narrow down this big forest to 1 page where you focus on 5 key areas. So basically, once we do that, it's a personal touch. We find we give the clubs new energy. We find we give the clubs new oxygen, and we give them a clear path of how to take their club forward. And often that's all the clubs need, and they're off and running. And so basically, when we meet with clubs, we really need to understand. Are you in debt? Is your club in debt? And the more senior clubs I'm dealing with are. So if you're potentially looking for some support, ask these questions. As I said, is your club in debt? Is your club lacking revenue? Is your club low on volunteers? Is your club overloading the 3 to 4 volunteers doing 90% of the work? Are you adopting out-of-date structures, whether it's financial reporting, whether that is committee structures, revenue modelling, all of the above, and the new modelling, and we've adopted high-end modelling that is going to change the way you run your club. But to do this, the club really needs to be open to change, and it's really important that is the case, because some clubs, are reluctant to change, and and when I speak to the clubs, I ask these key points. Are you in debt? Do you have a budget? Do you have an aging committee? Do you have a clear direction to move forward? There's some common consistencies of challenges across all the sports that we deal with. We then talk about to clubs. Have you tried to? A lot of our volunteers aren't educated. In terms of, when I say aren't educated in managing a community club. I talked about yesterday, if you want to coach at any level, pretty much in Australian sport, you need a minimum level of qualification, a level 1 coaching or whatever. But to run a community club, you don't. You're virtually left to work it out yourself on the run. So have you tried online education? Have you tried a new committee structure in your financial modelling? Do you think it's struggling? Is your revenue model struggling? Have you tried that 14 grand allowance per person, by the way, not just per club, per person? We can get people to help your club, whether it's running the canteen, whether it's sweeping the rooms, whether it's a general manager, whether it's a secretary, whether it's a treasurer. If you meet certain qualifications, you can have 3 or 4 people that can help your club, that can change your whole landscape. Do your free health check. Have you tried someone to write grants on your behalf? Because typically I'm finding with people with grants, they either don't have the time, sometimes they don't have the expertise, and they don't know the grants are out there. So we've got someone that assists in that regard, more so in Victoria than around the country, but there's other grant writers out there that can assist you. We're providing that end-to-end solution, and basically, as I said, there's lots of free content. Go to our website, tdcommunitysolutions.com.au. Please have a go at that free health check. Excuse me. It's a very warm day in Melbourne. I think it's 43, 44 outside, and it's probably a little bit warmer inside. So free content on. Go to our Facebook page. There's some really fantastic tips for your community club. There is a formula to running a community club. This is day 3. Today was about, how we can help you, what TDS actually does. Is your club in this particular situation? Have you tried this? And what I'm finding with a lot of clubs, they just need that direction. Once we give them that direction, they seem to be off and running. And it's, for us, it's really exciting to be involved in this space. We're very fortunate to be involved in this space, and we are making a difference. And we find that if you're interested in doing a workshop, inbox us. We'll send out some information. Our email is info@tdcommunitysolutions.com.au. So today I did this is my first live post, so it's probably gone a little bit faster than normal, but trust me, there's some really good knowledge that we've gained over the 3 years of working with 500 clubs, and how we simplify it down in a small chunk for committees. And that's exciting for the committees. It's exciting for us. We're making a real difference, and we, at the end of the day, we want your time working at community clubs to be an enjoyable one, because as we know, running a community club is very good at sucking the life out of volunteers. Hope you enjoyed the video. I've enjoyed not reading it, writing it, speaking to it. Please feel free to share this with others if you feel this might benefit them, and hope you find a cool spot today, particularly those in Victoria, and it's stinking hot here. Please to pass on the advice that we've learned over many years, and enjoy your day, and thanks for your time. Cheers.